Hi, my name is Kerrie Leonard and I'm from Cumullen in County Meath. I'm delighted to be taking part in Agri Aware's Sowing Wellbeing in Every Field campaign. In 1997, I suffered a farm accident. I was 6 years old and very interested in being involved in every aspect of the farm. So, sitting in the cab of the tractor on the wheel well, holding on to the handle above the door frame, I lost grip on the handle and I fell from the tractor. There wasn't a door on the tractor, so I fell out of the tractor and landed on the road. Thinking that I had been thrown forward, the tractor was reversed and it reversed over my torso. At that point, I lost vision for about 30 seconds. It was one of the scariest moments of my life. I can still remember that quite vividly. I was then brought to hospital. Now, over the course of that 24 hours, I was perfectly fine. I was able to walk, talk, communicate. There wasn't an issue at all. However, over the course of 24 hours, my spinal cord started to swell. And as the nerve endings were damaged, it meant that I was then paralyzed and have been paralyzed from the waist down ever since. So for us, life got right back to the new normal. I found ways in which I could still participate in the farm. I became very involved in all aspects of admin and office work. At that point in my life, I'm not thinking about mental health. I'm not thinking about those dark days because you don't really have those thoughts when you're that age. When I was in my teens, I did end up in a very dark place. And the way that I framed it for myself was thinking about all of the people in my life that had learned to also cope and also had to grieve the loss of the life that they thought I would have. And I didn't feel it was appropriate to do anything to myself or hurt myself at the time. So I had to learn to cope again in that space. But the more you come to terms with it and the more you learn to have hope and enjoyment in your life, joy in your life, the easier it is to bounce back from those setbacks. When I went to college, I came back to a sport I tried in my youth. I was asked if I wanted to go to an international competition. Once I got to that international competition, I could see that other people with disabilities were competing here. I could also see the gap between me and everybody else, and I could see that I was able to close that. And I spent the next 12 years competing and training that 10,000 hour piece to get as good at the sport as I could. And as a result, I've participated at 2 Paralympic Games for Ireland and finished 9th and 17th at them. I think we're all, very aware of the risks. I think it's almost becoming a little bit like white noise for a lot of people. And telling a farmer that they're complacent is actually a bit of an insult, to be honest with you, because they're trying their best. It's never the obvious things that cause farm accidents, but it's those pieces that you might not be taking into account that you've done 100 times before, that it might be that 101 time that will cause you problems. If you're feeling tired, if you have mental health issues, you're more likely to make mistakes. So reaching out to somebody, talking about that with them is really important. But I think fundamentally taking a beat just before you undertake a big job and to think about all of the possible eventualities that could come up and eliminating them before they do.